So there's this account on TikTok, right? And if you've seen it, you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. Sylvanian Drama. So they do these parody videos with Sylvanian family dolls or calico critters in the US, which I didn't know. Calico, what does that mean? Of these like super messy situations. And I have over 2.5 million followers on TikTok. Just before we talk about anything else, we'll just watch one of these so we know what we're kind of dealing with. Let me read this out to you. It says, want to get a piercing? And it says, Khan, I'm being something. Someone says, oh my God, get dressed, there's an emergency. It's too tacky. Change immediately. Your ex is blocking... What? Sorry for cheating. I'm so confused. What's happening? So there's a lot of drama going on. That Sylvanian family member just got a toilet thrown at them. Now someone's ear is missing and there's blood on it. Now they're at an ATM. Now the army have turned up. Listen, there is something. Okay, now there's guns. Okay, there's everything. There's something. I've lost the story plot here. I couldn't tell you what just happened in that video. The vibes of the videos are kind of like, I don't know if that's funny or not. I'm confused because I don't even know what happened. I just thought, yeah. So this creator has been making these skits for literally years now. They got super popular with celebrity mentions as well.
There is a TikTok account called Sylvanian Drama. There was a rumor that was me. It's not me. I wish it was. I wish I had the time to do that. And I'm obsessed with that. I'm like, the fact that people think I could be that funny is the most thrilling thing in the world. You think that I was like, you think I started like perf? I'm like, okay. I now say perf all the time in my real life because of that. So yeah, that's my favorite.
They even started to get like real life sponsorships too. I'm so confused how you get a sponsorship with this content. He says you're under arrest for shoplifting, and it zooms in on the tote bag, which is real brand, right? But it's Mother's Day. Oh, then it's fine. Let her go. Then they're home. Oh my God, is this a surprise party? No, mum, an intervention. You're going to rehab. Then I take her to a clinic. I'm not staying here. We'll buy you a Marc Jacobs tote bag. Okay, perf. Where do I sign? Why isn't the bag I ordered here? I delivered it to your ex's house. Why the fuck would you do this? You're always there, lol. I'm so confused. Oh my God, is that a sword? And now they're fighting over a sword. Someone's been pushed off a ceiling. Don't contact me again. And they have a tiny Marc Jacobs tote bag. So I'm only slightly confused. I'm only very slightly confused. Is this a good advert? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I feel like, would that make me want to go out and get a Marc Jacobs tote bag if I was into all this drama, a Sylvanian family drama? Yeah, I probably would actually. You're more than likely to stop and watch this if you see a Sylvanian family situation or Calcio princess, whatever it's called, with lash extensions. You know what I mean? You'll be like, oh, what's going on here? It's not just like, here's another sun-kissed blonde woman in a field with someone whispering the brand name in the background, you know? So despite the fact that this page went super viral, it randomly disappeared from TikTok for months last year. And we never found out why. That's until around a week ago. So this is a news article, and it says Sylvanian families legal battle over TikTok drama. So Epoch, the brand behind the real Sylvanian families, sued the TikTok creator, and people have had something to say about it. They are not impressed.
Imagine you're playing with your toys on TikTok and all of a sudden you get sued. Is the bullshit ass rhetoric that is going on about this lawsuit, and that is just not true. That's false. It's a false narrative. I'm Jamie, and I collect Sylvanian families, also known as calico critters, in the United States. Sylvanian Families has a distributor called Epoch, and Sylvanian Families is a Japanese-based brand. Sylvanian Families are not to be confused with the TikTok account Sylvanian Drama. As you can see, the names are very similar. Sylvanian Drama is a fun TikTok account that takes the Sylvanian Families characters, it mods them up a bit, and tells stories from her life where she's making fun of her own life. It's gotten...
That's a lot of drama for someone else's life.
Really popular and really unhinged, but I love it. I think it's funny. However, she was using the Sylvanian name. So that causes a little bit confusion of whether the brand approves of her content or not. And she started her page in 2021, and in 2023, she was sent a DMCA takedown that encouraged her to delete all of her infringed upon works. She fought against that, got reinstated, and then continued on with her wonderful content. However, she started getting really big sponsorships from brands like Netflix UK, Marc Jacobs, Sephora. And this caused further confusion because if you see Mickey Mouse on an ad, you're gonna say, hey, Disney approves of this ad.
That's so true. I didn't think of that. Okay, so it's kind of like an official thing. That makes sense.
So if Sylvanian Drama is doing a Squid Games ad, which is what popped up on my FYP, I said, damn, I didn't know Sylvanian Families was chill like that for approving this. Well, it turns out they did not. Okay, so that is the issue with the lawsuit. She's using their name and she is doing big sponsored advertisements that didn't have any licensing from Epoch or Sylvanian Families. And to the brand, that's not fair. Do I think that this is all Sylvanian Drama's fault? No way. She is just a girl making content on TikTok, and I think that some of those big brands that sponsored her should also be catching some heat as well, because they know better. And since those brands know better, if this does get taken to court and she does get charged this up to $150,000 per infringed upon work.
Oh, that's a lot of money for every ad.
I strongly believe that all those companies that sponsored her should be paying the majority, if not all, of those fines. I don't think that this lawsuit is as cut and dry as people on TikTok have been making it seem. And I think to then compare this situation to the type of posts that people make with Barbie and LPS, which is Mattel and Hasbro, which are American-led with Western culture, is very unfair. I think that you should compare the behavior of Epoch and Sylvanian Families to Nintendo, and that will help you see and understand a little bit more about how their brand is operating. Nintendo's like, no mods, no nothing, like, we protect all our shit, and Sylvanian Families is the same. They've been around since the 80s, and they've been popular since the 80s for the things that they promote and that they believe in. And so at the end of the day, like, if you want to make posts on social media making like these wild Calico Critters and Sylvanian Families posts, do that shit. Just don't take their name and don't use the figures in advertising without any licensing contracts signed. And that's it. I hope that this throws out another perspective of what's going on with the Sylvanian Drama lawsuit. This is all information that I've found on Google, so hopefully you don't come for me.
Good points. I didn't think of that. Like, listen, if you're going to take a name, you could have changed it to like Sylvanian Families. You know, it's like that looks like it, but isn't. But yeah, no, I didn't think you're using the official thing, the official, I guess, mascots of the brand or just their product to do adverts. Yeah, that is a bit dodgy, to be honest with you. And I do think the brands should know better. They know things legally, right? Surely there's like an advertising department who would be like, yeah, we can sign off on this. Because from working with brands, the brand also has to sign off on the ad. You film it, send it to them, they sign off, they send it back to you with changes, anything like that, and then it gets posted. Now, if I actually saw, knowing what Sylvanian Families is, if I saw that account, no, I would not believe it was Sylvanian Families. Are you kidding me? Do I really think that a brand who is primarily children's toys, I'm not saying adults can't use it, but that's their main thing, right, is going to post content like this? No. I will put two and two together and I wouldn't think they're the same. I don't think it's worth a brand suing, though. Give them this again, from a business perspective, this user has over 2 million followers. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. No, let's not sue just yet. Okay, let's watch what this person has to say.
I'm beyond furious. I'm beyond furious at this drama. I am so angry. Let me explain to you what is going on, because I've actually never been this angry about any online drama before, but this one has set me right fucking off. One of my favourite accounts online is this one, Sylvanian Drama. It is the funniest, fucking most relatable. I have cried tears.
1 second, sorry. We are calling this account relatable. My friend. sorry. But someone was in a helicopter with a gun, and then in the other one they were having a sword fight, and they pushed them off the roof of their house.
Watching this young creator out of Ireland make these videos using the Sylvanian family toys. The brand who owns the toys is called, I want to say, Epoch, and they have Sylvanian families. And you know what they're doing? Let me tell you what this toy company is doing, because, look, I understand there are two sides to every story, but fuck you. They're suing. They're suing. They're suing.
But, okay, listen, I do get it, but here's what I'm thinking, right? I get why it's annoying, because it's like big brand versus small creator. But if they're a brand, especially one that is Japanese, they're trying to protect the image of their company, right? And when you have the name, the actual brand name, drama, and then them creating things, plus doing adverts, it all looks too official. Like the person before said, it all looks too official. Sylvanian Drama, oh my God, they're using the name.
Oh, irreparable damage. You're causing harm to our toys. Fuck off. I really need to calm down, because I need to come from a place where I can discuss this calmly and rationally. I understand the side of the business, and I understand the side of this comedy creator. I just need to explain to you why I think this is the worst possible move from a toy brand. So stupid, so ridiculous. This account has been going on for years, right? It's been happening, and it's getting millions of views. She is so funny, and the videos are just brilliant.
So funny in some opinions.
Here's where I have a problem. Epoch has let this go on for years, right? They have cashed in on the success that this creator has given this brand.
How so? How so?
This creator has exposed Sylvanian families to an audience that would be a marketer's dream, right? I put this account up there with the Duolingo, right? But the problem is, in no way is it affiliated with the company, the toy, or the brand. So from a brand's perspective, I understand having an account that is out of your control would be stressful. It is my understanding.
Let me just cut off there just quickly. I don't think that kind of comedy account doesn't make someone of a certain age want to then go out and buy Sylvanian families. So I don't think they would have bought in business. This is a brand that has been around since the 80s. They don't need extra help, especially if they don't see it as suitable or aligning with them as a brand, you know?
That Epoch has had no communication with this creator up until dropping this lawsuit on them. They were sent a cease and desist. Oh. Now, I understand that when you create a brand, you want to have control over it. But what is crazy to me is that you haven't reached out to want to work with this creator.
It doesn't align with their brand. But so if you look at the comedy in it, it's violence, there's guns, there's swords, there's adultery, there's alcohol addiction. You know what I mean? Listen, and I'm down for some of that. Swords, adultery. No, I don't know. I'm not. So that wasn't funny. But this is in the minds of this brand, they are a child-friendly company. Imagine if someone did this, like the creators before were saying, with Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse was throwing people off people's roofs with swords, and then being like, why hasn't Disney wanted to work with this person? See what I mean?
What they have done for your brand, again, is just humongous.
No, I don't think we're realizing what this brand is. They are like $1 billion. They have been around since the 80s. They've been around for a very long time. They know exactly what they're doing. To a point, they're such a big brand, they don't need help from an account, even with 2 million followers. It's like saying that Coke or Disney or Amazon need help from advertisers with 2 million followers when they have more visitors than that a day. You know what I mean?
And granted, you might have an image for Sylvanian families, and it's pretty obvious that this comedy creator is not adhering to that image. Here's what you should have done. You should have asked them to put not affiliated with Epoch or Sylvanian families in their bio. That's the first thing you should have done, right?
On every post, because the thing about TikTok especially is you often don't come across profiles you follow anyway. And you don't come across their profile, you scroll through. It's not foundable or findable by profiles. It's done through just the individual content, by the individual video. So it should be on the first warning on every single video.
If you don't want to work with them or you don't want anything to do with them, make sure that she's putting that in her bio. The second thing is, does this not fall under fair use? It's comedy. And so the worry from Epoch is that it's harming the brand.
Parody, not fair use. So it could be parody, but then there's also different things in that. It's intellectual property as well, right? But then saying that, if this person was making nice videos where the parent Sylvanian family comes home and cooks dinner and they'll have a nice meal, would this still be happening?
Because people would watch this and go, oh my God, I can never buy those toys for my kids. Personally, I don't think that's happening.
But I feel like the people who watch this most of the time maybe don't have kids. I feel like they're millennials with no children who have not that that's a bad thing. I'm a millennial with no child. But I feel like then they're not going to go out and buy Sylvanian families. They might buy a keychain with a Sylvanian family on, you know, something cute like that, or wear a t-shirt. But it's not like an unofficial one. But I don't think it's going to do anything good for the brand.
People are dumb and people would read into things and people would email things, but I think the handful of human beings that would go, well, this is obviously made by the Sylvanian family. Like, not once did I ever think that this was associated with the toy. Not a skerrick of thought. My IQ, I think, was 69. High five. And I was able to work that out. Any normal human being can and will work that out.
But can I tell you, as experience as somebody online, not as many people as clever as you or I, not to call myself clever, but that level of common sense, you'll be very surprised, does not exist. Yeah.
You're doing is trying to shut down something that has been so beneficial to you, and I also
but it hasn't. It hasn't. This is what I'm trying. Okay.
So understand that you got shitty because the content creator did some brand deals, and you're worried that she's going to do brand deals with people that you don't like,
which is fair enough. This kind of account is not beneficial to a brand if the brand doesn't see it as such. They have been marketing and strategizing for ages. I very much doubt that, listen, I'm on the side of the account, by the way, but just facts are facts. I very much doubt if you looked at Sylvanian families' increase in sales, if they had any, it wouldn't be through this account. It would be something like the culture of keychains, the culture of, bag, I was about to say smut. What's it called when you just have loads of shit? Charms, the charm community, that kind of stuff. This is not a sales tactic. This is not benefiting the brand in any way. Sylvanian families aren't going to look at this page and think, wow, we have increased our sales. We're better than ever because this page is making parody content. I don't think that, unless you have some charts or something we can see where their sales has skyrocketed because of this page and the age groups watching it. You know what I mean? So there's a lot that I agree with and disagree with. By the way, I agree with them wholeheartedly that I'm on the side of the thing, but there's just some factual things in business and social media that just don't work out the way we should, the way we want them to, you know? I don't think Sylvanian families should have partnered up with this account at all. However, a cease and desist, or you need to make clear this is a parody account. Please change your name. Sylvanian families. Sylvanian families. Sylvanian families. You know, just change it up so it looks like It's that. This is a parody account not affiliated with, which I know is common sense, absolutely. But you'll be surprised, actually no, I'm sure you won't be surprised, how many people do not have that. Listen, I don't think it was a good idea for Epoch to sue, because I think we're in this, time and place where even brands just trying to protect their intellectual property makes them seem like a bad person, which it isn't. It's their absolute right to do so, but it is kind of bad image, right? So just a cease and desist or a public statement, we're not affiliated with them, and some ground rules on how this other account go about doing their content, Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens next. Let me know your opinions down below. Do you think this page should be shut down? Do you think Epoch should have said anything at all? Do you think that it's, helped Sylvanian families and their sales to those 16-year-old plus people that watch it? Let me know down below. As always, please do consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.